So the IP address usually is in the form like this: 192.168.1.10, something like this. Okay. So this is what we have just seen actually. Let's maximize the screen. Is the screen visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the subnet mask. So this is the IP address, and we have used subnet mask as the default subnet mask of class C IP address is 255.255.0, or we could say rather it is /24. People can say either these two combination, or altogether they can say 192.168.1.10/24. This also is possible. Okay. So /24 means 24 ones are there in the subnet mask, or rather 24 bits are there in the network address. 24 bits represents network address, and remaining 8 bits. Total you have 32 bits, no? So 8 bits represent host address. That's what the meaning of this basically. Okay. So when I say this much, what you must understand is the binary equivalent of 10 is the binary equivalent of 10, the binary equivalent of IP. Okay. The binary equivalent of IP is 192 stands for okay. So let us see one easiest method to convert decimal into binary. Okay. For that, what I'll do is I'll do a positional valuing system. So let me resize it. Column width, maybe I'll tell it as 5. Okay. Okay, fine. So the positional values are like this: 128, then you have 64, then you have 32, then you have 16, then you have 8, then you have 4, then you have 2, then you have 1. Okay, it is nothing but the positional values. This is 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1. You may please note it down: 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 6, 2 raised to 7. Okay. Now I will convert 192 to its binary equivalent. Okay. The usual method what you used to do is 192 you will divide by 2, and remainder you put at right side. Am I right? You used to follow that method. Can you all convert 192 to its binary equivalent quickly? All of you please start writing 192 to its binary equivalent. 192 divided by 2 is 9. Yeah. Please convert, guys.
So 11 followed by 6 zeros.
6 zeros.
Okay. Fine. So hope all of you have calculated now quickly. All of you have to do, okay? Now I'll tell you one easiest method. So I know the positional values, okay? So now 192 is the one I need to convert. So what I have to do is whether 192 is bigger than 128 or not. If yes, I'll put 1 here. Okay. Now out of 192 I have removed 128. Out of 192 I have removed 128. Am I right? 192 is the digit is the number I wanted to convert. 192 out of 192, by putting 1 in 128, I have removed 128 in a way. So now how much is left out?
64.
64 is left out. I'll put 1 in 64 now. Now my number has become 0 itself. So I'll put 0. See, so quickly I have calculated. If you are going by division method, you may have to, you will be getting 0 here first, right? You will be getting from LSB to MSB actually. So you have to divide till it becomes 0. So this is how you convert decimal into binary if it is only, what do you say, octant. That is, if the value is less than 255, it's pretty easy. Okay, so the first digit I have calculated. Okay, the first one I have calculated. Now now I will calculate for 168. 168 I'll calculate now. So I'll remove this, it's no more required. 168 I'll calculate. Now this is 1. 168, this is 1. Okay, so now 168, how much is left out now? 40 is left out. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 64, it's not there, only 40 is left out. 32, it's there. Now left out is 8. 8 I'll put 1. So definitely rest all are zeros. See, it's a, don't you feel this as easy more?
Yes, sir.
1,000,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000. Correct? Okay.
Sir, 1,010, 1,000,000.
It's correct only, right? Okay. Now binary 1 I need not have to convert. I know that it is.
Sir, 1,010, 1,000, sir. 32 you have to put 1.
Sorry. Yeah, I think I made a typo while writing. Fine. Now 1 I know I need not have to calculate. 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros and 1. 10 I know. 10 is 1010 at the end. So here 8, 1 and this one. Rest all are zeros in case of 10. Okay. Isn't it? So I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 1, 0. So I've calculated the binary equivalent of the IP address. Okay. Now I will calculate the binary equivalent of 255. There is no doubt all are ones. So let us calculate it. 128 bit is 1. So what I have reduced now, 255 minus 128 I have reduced. Okay, now left out is 127. Now 64 definitely it is 1. So now from 127, how much I have removed? Minus 64 I have removed. So left out is 63. So 32 is definitely 1. So now from 63, how much I have reduced? Minus 32. Now left out is 30. So now this also is 1. 31 minus 16, it is 15. So 8 is also 1. Now 15 minus 8 is 7. So 4 is also 1. Now left out is 3. 2 is also 1 then. 1 is also 1. So all bits are 1. So I can easily write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. Then the last octant 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is the binary equivalent of IP and binary equivalent of I'll use subnet mask, okay, as short form. So now when I perform the AND operation, you will get the first three octants as it is, because it is x dot 1. The last octant is x dot 0. So it will be 0 at any way. So the network address is going to be 1.0. The binary equivalent, I have converted it, okay. So this is how computer actually calculates. You will have to put when you perform AND operation, it's IP and it's AND gate, okay, and the subnet mask gives you what? Network address, okay. What is the network address? It's all will be zeros. So this is the equivalent decimal, okay. Network address in dotted decimal format. All right. So that's all the basics what we have studied already. I'm pretty sure that all of you know about this. And what is a broadcast address? Broadcast address. This also we have discussed. If the host side all bits are 1, then that is broadcast address. So here the host bits are all these 8 bits, okay. All the last 8 bits are host bits. So I'll put 8 ones over there. Now this is the broadcast address. What is the binary decimal equivalent of this? 192.168.1.255. Okay. So this is the broadcast address. Broadcast address in binary and broadcast address actually. Broadcast address. So is it clear, guys? Can you all make a note of this much? What is the IP address and how I calculated network address and how broadcast address in binary is being calculated? All these points.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, good morning.
Durga Sai Prasad. Okay, class
Yes,
is started already. Please join.
yes, sir.
Okay. So hope you are clear with this basics now. The IP address, subnet mask, and its binary calculations. All of you may please make a note of this. I'll wait for a few more minutes again. If any one of you have any doubts, you may please ask me.
Hello.
Yeah. Hope this is very clear to all of you. Now, there is one more thing we have to write here, usable IPs, usable IPs. What are the usable IPs here? All of us know that the network address and the broadcast address are not assignable to a computer. We cannot assign this to a computer. Okay. We cannot assign this to a computer. This is the starting IP. This is the starting IP. This is the ending IP in that particular subnet. Okay. Starting IP and ending IP. In between this, what all are there? I can use it. This two I cannot use it. Okay. So the usable IP addresses are from 1.1 to 192.168.1.254. Okay.
Sir, if you take one, it will be the default gateway also.
No, default gateway is a usable IP address. We can assign that for a default gateway. Traditionally, people will follow that 1.1. The first IP address people will assign for default gateway, but it is not mandatory. If I give default gateway IP address, the router IP addresses 192.168.1.254, it will work perfectly fine. In my computer, when I configure IP address, in my computer, I have to specify 1.254 at the default gateway IP address. It will work fine. It is not necessary that I have to use 1.1. Usually, it's a tradition what administrators follow. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Please don't think that it is reserved. It is a tradition. That's all. Hope this much is very clear now. So how many hosts are possible in this? How many hosts or usable IPs are there? How many hosts and usable IPs are there? Is it 254? How many total IPs are there?
56.
Okay. So this you can actually calculate by using a formula. You can write it like this: 2 raised to, I don't have a raised to symbol here, my keyboard. Okay. 2 raised to, we use this symbol for raised to, right? 2 to the power of h minus 2. So here h is number of host bits. Okay. And total IPs are 256. So this is 2 raised to h. Okay. 2 raised to h. Is these equations are clear, guys? Why this minus 2 I have come? I have given 2 IPs are not usable. One is network IP and one is host. One is broadcast address. Okay. So total IPs possible is 2 raised to 8. Total usable IPs possible is 2 raised to h minus 2. What is h here in this case? 8. Okay. Is it clear, guys? So
Yes.
by looking at this pair, what all things we understand? Lot of things, right? So this much theory is there behind IP address. Okay. Suppose if I give you an IP address and subnet mask, and I ask you to explain this combination, then you are supposed to write all these things. Okay. So, and how many networks you can have in this? How many networks you can represent by using a class C IP address? How many
2
networks?
24.
2 to the power 24. Okay. It is not exactly correct, but you can say that is that as the answer. maybe in some time, some other class, maybe tomorrow's class, I'll tell you why I cannot have 2 raised to 24. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear to all of you. Now let us move into subnetting. Okay, let us move into subnetting topic. Okay, this is one of the important topic. Subnetting. Okay, one of the important portion. Okay, now so here see, I'll tell you a scenario. Say for example, you are starting a browsing center. Okay, you are starting a browsing center in your hometown. Okay, so hardly 10 computers we may keep initially in the browsing center, or maybe still less than that. Maybe we will keep some five computers in your browsing center. Only 5 computers you will keep in your browsing center. Okay, so in this case you have in this network you have 256 IPs possible. Out of that, 254 you can use. If you give such an IP address for your if you give such an IP address, such a network address for your browsing center, such a network address for your browsing center, 254 out of 254 you will be using only 5. So remaining 249 IPs you are just wasting. You are just wasting. It is not possible. Okay. Forget about wasting actually. This is private IP address and we can use it. There is no harm in doing that. But the problem is in the initial days and all browsing center, they had to purchase public IPs. In case of public IPs, can you buy 254 public IPs for your browsing center? It is not feasible. Or maybe you are calling a data center, or you are making a call center where you have got only 6 or 7 computers. So for that many computers, you cannot buy 254 IPs basically. So they have come up with a concept called subnetting. Okay, they have come up with a concept called subnetting. So if you use only 3 bits instead of 24 bits, you give say instead of 24 bits you use 28 bits for network. Okay, instead of 24 bits you use 28 bits. Then how it will be? You use 28 bits. 28 bits means 128. I'm talking about last octant. Okay, listen carefully. This is little tricky to understand. I'm talking about the last octant. So last octant I cannot use this 2, 3, 4. So this 4 bits I'll be using. Okay, by using this 4 bits, what is the first combination I can have? Okay, I can have this as my first combination. Obviously, I cannot use it. So let me remove one more bit. Okay, let me start from. Okay, I'll do 2, 3 things now. Okay, so let us do a reverse discussion. Okay, say here, if I am using only 1 bit combination, if I am using only 1 bit, I can have only 2 combinations for the left out bit. Okay, suppose I'm using say I'm using /31. Out of 32 bits, I'm using /31. Okay, see the subnet mask is here I have used /24, right? Instead of that, I'm using /31. Okay, if I'm using /31, only the last LSB bit I can have for my IP address. It will be 0 and 1. See here, there is a problem. I am using only one bit. I'm using only one bit. Okay. Can you tell me the problem? Any one of you have thought it? There is a problem in this. There is a serious problem in this.
Sir, there is only two options, and in that one goes to network address only. That 0, the first thing. So we are left out with only one IP, and when we have only one IP, there is no need for a network.
Okay, Priyadarshan, that's wonderful answer. That's the exact correct answer. Let's clap for Priyadarshan. That's the right answer. Okay. So I'll repeat what he said. There is only one bit we have given. If you give all host bits as 0, that is network address. If you give the host bits as 1, it is broadcast address. So here nothing left out. You have only broadcast address and network address. So you cannot use this as your network address. You cannot use this for subnetting. All of you please make a note of this. The problem with /31. Okay. Now if I go for /30, then I will have the last two bits for my host. So this I can have so these 4 combinations I can have, right? These 4 combinations I can have. So out of these four combinations, these 2 I can use for my computers. These 2 I can use for my computers. That is in decimal 1 and 2 I can use. 3 is for broadcast and 0 is for network address. This is network address and this is broadcast address. Are you clear, guys, with this concept? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll shoot one more question, which is again those who understood so far very clearly and those who attempted clearly to my explanation, they'll be able to answer. Okay. I'll ask the question. Those who know the answer, please put the hand symbol. I'll ask specifically to one of you. Okay. Now, if I am giving /30 for subnet mask, /30 as network address, can you tell me what is the subnet mask? What is a subnet mask? If you tell me the last octet, that is good enough. Subnet mask. The first 3 octets will be 255.255.255. And the last octet you have to tell me. You put your hand symbol. Only Priya. Priyadarshan. Anybody else? Vishnu. Venkatesh, Pranav, Mirza. Okay. I think can you type your answers in your in the chat window, guys, quickly? Those 8 people who raised their hand, can you put the answer in chat window? Oh, wonderful. So all of you are answering it correctly. The right answer is the last octet is 252. 252. Okay, and Priyadarshan has given its binary equivalent to. So let me see. Okay, so the when I say /30, the last octant will be in binary. It's like this. It is 6 ones in the last octant followed by 2 zeros. What is the basic rule? We say the network bits you will say you will specify by using 1, and the host bits you will specify by using 0. Okay, so what all of you said is correct. So it is actually 252, the binary equivalent. And to calculate this, it is very easy. You need not have to add 128 plus 64 plus 32. Instead, you can do a reverse model. That's what I do for quick calculation. I'll tell you that trick what I am using. It is all, if all bits are 1, it is 255. There is no doubt. Out of 255, you are reducing double 1. It is 255 minus, all ones minus double 1. The binary calculation. You will get whatever is written here. So 255 minus 3 is the actual reduction you have to do. If it is last 3 bits, I have to do 255 minus 7 I have to do, right? Sorry, 255 minus 7 I have to do. So that's how I can do quick calculation. Okay, 248 I can write. Similarly, if it is 4 ones, I have to do 255 minus 4 ones is 15, right? So you must know the way to calculate it. Only through practice you will get it. Okay, so all this will come in mind calculation. Basically, you need to practice this. If you are planning for CCNA industrial exam or not, you will have to see what all things I have written here. All these things you will have to calculate in mind within 30 seconds. That will be the target if you are planning for CCNA industrial exam. So I hope this is pretty clear to all of you now. Now let me go for /29. If I go for /29, how it will be? 3 bits I have to put, right? 0, 0, 0. Okay. Zero, 0, 1. So this will go up to 1, 1, 0. Okay, and the last one will be 1, 1, 1. Okay, this is how it will grow. So right from here, all the things in between, I can use it for usable IPs. How many usable IPs are there? You please cross check whether this equation is standing good for our calculations, what all we did here. Okay, so again here it's 0. This is our network. This is our last network bit combination. This is our broadcast. Okay, this is our broadcast. Are you fine with this calculation? Now you can actually go ahead and calculate for all the remaining. Okay, so if I am using 7 bits for network address, sorry, host address. If I am using only 7 bits for host address, then I'll be having up to 64, right? I'll be having up to 64 only. So up to 64, I can have 62 hosts, 62 usable IPs, and the subnet mask will be 128. Only this bit will be 1. So likewise. So can you all work out on this? make a note of the complete stuff. So this will go for this will continue /20 /28. Then it will be going for /27. Okay, and it will end with /25. Okay, /25 because for a class C IP address, /24 is a network address. So at least 1 bits I have to keep for subnetting. Okay. Any doubts as of now? What all I have explained, are they clear, guys? Jyoti Rajaditya, Arava Satya, Jyoti Raditya. Can you come online? Arava Satya. Pavan Sai Gopinath. Pavan Sai Gopinath. See, if you are not responding, I'll be removing you from the meeting and attendance will be lost, okay? Pavan Sai Gopinath. Ashwin KM. Anumolu Yogesh. Bachu Krishna Yogesh.
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Okay. Bachu, have you understood this table?
Yes,
What I have
yes, sir, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I understood.
Now I have a question to you.
Okay, sir.
See, 1 bit I have given for network. Okay, let us not use this anymore. Okay, because it is not useful. We said. So now let us come to this. Actually, we have given 2 bits for post bits. Now, what will happen for the remaining 6 bits? I can use them for network, right?
Sir, if we have given 2 bits for host, that means we have 4 combinations now, sir. So first and last will be gone for network and broadcast. So remaining 2 will be used for reusable IPs.
Yes, correct. You are right. So what I am telling is, the last octet is what we have done all this circus.
Remaining will go for network addressing.
Exactly. Remaining will go for network address. That's what we are discussing now. Remaining 6 bits are there. Correct.
Yes,
the last octet
yes,
is what we have taken for this purpose. Out of last 8 bits, 2 bits we have given for host. Remaining what we have is for 6 bits. Remaining we have 6 bits. So in the 6 bits, how many combinations are possible?
In this, if we are, so we have given 2 bits for combination, 2 for 2, sir, for host, and 2 for 30 will be the network. /30s, I mean.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So what I'm talking is we will be talking about this first 6 bits. First 6 bits in the last octant. Listen carefully, all of you. I'm talking about, see, the last octant is for 20/24 is what we have in our hand. Out of /24, I have given /30. I've given /30. Okay, so 2 bits will go for computers. Now remaining 6 bits are there with me. So remaining 6 bits I'll use for different networks. Okay, I'll use for different networks. Now let me see. Let us do how we are doing that. So I hope you all understood. How the host part we are going to work out. Okay, the first part how we are going to work out, all of you understood, I guess. Now let us what happened? Okay, anyway, so now what we'll do is let us work on this again. So this 2 bits I cannot use, they have gone for host. Now remaining 6 bits, what is the first combination? 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, this is the first combination, correct? What is the next combination? 0 0 0 0 0 1. This is the next combination. Okay, what is the third combination? What is the fourth combination? Okay, this will keep going on. This will keep going on till we reach say 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay. Now, so these 2 bits are reserved for host. We know that if host bit is 0, that represents the network address. Okay. Am I making it complicated? Have you understood why I have put 0 here? The highlighted ones? Have you understood why I have put 0 here?
So those are the network addresses.
Those are the these 2 bits I have given for host computers, right? These 2 I have given for host computers. Now, when the host bits are 0, that represents the network address. That's a rule. So the binary equivalent of this is actually 0. This is 4. This is 8. This is 12. This is 252. Isn't it? Did you understand this? Did you understand how I wrote this?
Yes.
Okay, this is a little tricky to understand, in fact. So now let me take this as my, all of you please make a note of this, okay? This is what I have written here is, this is positional value, positional values, and what I have written here is table of subnets of /30. Is a table which is actually subnet of Is it clear, guys? Okay. Now let me take one of this actually. Let me take this separately and put it here. Okay. So now this are my network bits. I cannot touch on this. Okay. This many are my network bits. I cannot touch on that. Okay. This many are my network bits. I cannot touch on this. Okay. Once I fix a network address, I cannot touch. So I'll tell for my browsing center or for my router, say I connect two routers, okay? Router 1 connected to router 2. So there is only two IP addresses are required. One for first interface, other for other interface where I'm connected to. So for such a requirement, I will go for /30 easily. I can do that. So the router network, I will say something like this. Okay, maybe I'll do that in the next class. So let me complete this now. So this is the first network address, first IP address in that. The next IP address is obviously 0 space 1. The third IP address is 1 space 0. And I cannot give 1 1 because that is all broadcast address. Now this 6 bits have to use as it is. I cannot change it. Okay. So this is my basically my network address. Okay, network address. This is my first IP. This is my second IP, and this is my broadcast IP. Okay, and what is the binary equivalent of this? This is 9. This is 10. This is 11. Okay. So in this network, the network address I will say like this: 192.168.1.8/30. Have you understood now something? See 1.8 where it has come? Got it? Now the next network address I will say like this: 192.168.1.12/30. This is a different network address. So for one computer, if you give 192.168.1.9 and the other computer, if you give 192.168.1.13, they both will not communicate each other because they belongs to two different networks. Have you understood the power of subnetworks? Okay. So let me define what is subnetworks now. If you subnet a network further, that is what we call as subnetting. So we had a network 192.168.1.0/24. This is our network address. I subnetted this with this subnetworks. Okay. /24, same network 1.0. This is actually 1.0. It must be. 1.0 network I subnetted as 192.168.1.0/30. The first network obviously is 192.168.1.0/30. Okay, if I take out the first one. Okay, I've taken the third one and expanded it. I've taken this down and expanded it. Okay, so with this we'll end today's class. Again on next week we will discuss this further. I wanted to explain it a little more with one or two more examples. I know that some of you are not very clear now, but all of you please make note of this and refer internet once and then make it a little more clear before we meet in the next class. Okay, next Monday maybe Vishwa sir will take. But Tuesday and Wednesday, I will continue with the same continuation. Okay. So If any doubts, you can ask me. I'm taking attendance actually. Okay. Attendance is taken. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else we'll wind up the class.
Sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Mr. Krishna.
Before quiz is going to conduct, can you inform 2 days before, sir?
It will be conducted on next Wednesday.
Oh, okay, sir.
1 week notice I'm giving. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next Tuesday you will have lab exam. Wednesday you will have quiz. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.